So from day one up to these pellets, they are single and they are easy to pick.
Bubanga bukerenda bwangu bwakugira.
So all the nutrients. But we cannot sustain it up to ng'enkoko ekuze. So we give them wano mboto enkoko esituke bulungi mu kkula wano. So from day 1 to 4 weeks, that is what we feed. Now from from 5 weeks to 8 weeks, we say we give them the pre-starter. Now pre-starter is a mixture. I'm going to give you the simple one.
Okuyita okuva ku wiki ey'okutaano paka ku y'omunaana tuyina emmere etandikibwako gye tutabuza.
We have maize bran.
Kati emmere eyo bye bino ebirungo by'obateekamu. Abatabuza emmere mukimanyi bw'ogenda eri.
We have broken maize. And then we have concentrate. Then we have calcium. So
kati bino bye tutabula bw'oba otuuse osobola n'okubyetabulira kubanga bibyo byonna maize bran n'ogula ne broken n'ogula ne concentrate ne calcium oba bwe tuyita
ngenda okubawa ka kilo 10. The formula I'm giving you is for 100 kilograms. No, 100 kgs.
Kilo 10.
So 100 kgs.
Owa blandi oba?
No. Kilo 10 mixed.
Okay.
So we are putting
maize bran ziba kilo meka?
We are putting 25 kgs of maize bran. Then we are putting broken 50 kgs. And then we are putting concentrate 25. Then we are putting calcium 15.
Tegeza 10-15.
Then we are putting maybe like 200.
Luli fena twabadde tulaba ogenda kudda side ze.
Eno twadde n'obuzibu bwa kamera. Kale leka tukyuse. So salt we can put like 200 grams. Concentrate 25.
Eno maize bran twagala 25. Then broken obagamba ne bakuwa 5. Then concentrate bo baba bajimanyi bakupimira naye 25. Calcium oba obusonko batera buyita busonko. Obusonko kilo 10 25 nazo. Then obusonko 15. Then n'omunnyo grams 2. Kati n'otabula ekitegeeza osobola n'obigula n'obyetabulira. So
if you want 600 kilograms, era bw'otyo bw'ofollowing otandikirako eno formula. So the formula is for 100 kilograms. Kati whatever you are mixing.
N'okubisa by 6.
Times 6 times 3 times what?
Kati namba ya kilo zoyagala okubisa bukubisa n'eno.
This one we are not counting it. I'm just leaving it out, but it ends up as 150 kilograms. So now that is the pre-starter. It is a bit expensive. Bw'obogigula egenda kutuusa egenda kuba nga mu 2-3 awo 2-4. This one is about 3,000 shillings. This one, the pellet, is about 3,000. So this one is between 2,000 and 2,400.
Bubanga already entabule ngogenze ne
bakupimira. It is a bit expensive. Nebo boje etabulidde.
Okay. eggweramu ezo ssente.
Eggweramu ezo ssente. Why is it very expensive? Because of kasooli, especially these days. Because here we are putting more maize. Olw'okuba eno enkoko twagala esituke ekule bulungi. So, and the first, all this time, we are feeding these chicks day and night. Up to 8 weeks, we are feeding day and night.
Paka ku wiiki ey'omunaana tuba tuziwa emmere emisana n'ekiro, kitegeeza kubaako ettaala.
Kati that is the trick.
Kuba kulina okubaako ettaala.
Kiba ffe tuzongeramu omwezi ogwo nga zirya with light, so that we achieve the 5 months. So the people who argue actually don't have the information. Abagamba mwe enkoko nga zikula mangu olw'okuba nazo ziba ziridde. Because theirs from day one, bwe bakazaala nga kafuluma nga maama waako banoonya ebyokulya nga bibula, they come back and sleep on an empty stomach. But ours from day one, we feed it. You see, up to 8 weeks, it is feeding day and night. So after 8 weeks, atete tuzipimira. We don't measure, here we don't put measurements, by the way. Here we don't. You remember that the feeders and the drinkers I told you. 30 birds a drinker, 40 birds a feeder. So that is the formula. Wherever you enter the house and there is no feed, you are supposed to put feed at this stage.
Kati kweno wiiki esooka paka ey'omunaana topima mmere. Olabirizayo bw'olaba eweddemu ng'oteekamu. Kati awo olina okuba ng'olinawo ojja
that is the trick. Yes. We are feeding them day plus. Yes. Yes, 24/7. Yes.
Yes.
That
means we don't measure the food.
Once it is finished, put. Waliwo wootuuka n'osikamu. There are those days where you feel, but amagoba gabeera mu maaso, like they say. You suffer now and get the rewards later. So and now after this,
their foundation.
From 9 weeks. Oh, sorry.
Okuva ku wiiki ey'omwenda.
Yes, from 9 weeks. This one I'm going to stretch it a bit, up to about 20 weeks.
Paka ku wiiki ey'abiri.
It would have been 18 weeks. Why I'm stretching it to 20 weeks? At 18 weeks, that is when we expect some eggs. But when I tell people that we change, when they see an egg, they want to change immediately. So when somebody sees an egg in the house, they want to change the feed immediately. So we go from 9 to 20 weeks.
Kati ku wiiki ey'omwenda paka ku y'abiri, jjukira nga ziri kumpi kubiika. Awo we tuziwera growers.
Growers mash.
Naye abamu kubanga baba balaba nti ye stage y'amagye balaba egirimu abiri ne bavaako wano twandibadde tukozesa 18 weeks naye tuteekamu ziri wiiki endala ebbiri.
So here we are feeding growers mash throughout. Now we switch off the lights.
N'amatala tugajjako.
Switch off the lights. Ate wano, we can even start measuring. So here we start measuring. From 9 weeks, we give 5 grams. Not 5, 50.
Kuba ne minzaani. Anti omuntu ajja kubuuza apima ate 50 grams.
Ngenda kibabalira. Here from 9 weeks.
Okuva ku wiiki ey'omwenda paka ku y'abiri.
We feed no si mpaka ku y'abiri. I want you to get this. Now at 9 weeks we give them 50 grams per chick. Yes? So that if you have 100, that means it is 50 times 100 chicks that you have, which is 5,000 grams.
That means 5 kgs.
Divided by 1,000.
5 kgs.
Makes 5 kgs.
Per day, per night.
Yes. Yes? No, we switch off at 9 weeks. Switch off the light. Actually, after 8 weeks here, in the 8th week, you start. So, now here, we have said we are giving 50, at the 9th week, we are giving 50 grams per chick per day. So that is in a day. And there we are feeding them. Now we give them a routine of like twice a day. In the morning, then in the afternoon. So you divide this, the 5 grams, the 5 kilograms, you divide them into 2. Usually, the bigger portion we give it in the morning. So you give 3 kgs in the morning and 2 kgs in the afternoon. Then at night, you switch off the lights. But always make sure that there is enough water. For water, we don't kupima. For water, as long as you check 1 container, 2 containers, no water, please put water. That's very important.
Kati wano tugambye ku wiiki ey'omunaana jjako ettaala ekiro zirekeraawo okulya. Kati bw'ojja wano ku wiiki ey'omwenda zirya ku makya n'olweggulo. Naye ku makya wooziwe nnyingi. Bwe ziba zirina kulya kilo 5, ku makya ziwe 3, olweggulo zirye ki? 2.
Now, like I've said, the 100 are the birds, yes. These are the grams. Now this mathematics continues. More 10th week.
Tugenze ku wiiki ey'ekumi tugambye twatandise oziwa ku makya n'olweggulo paka.
For 10 weeks, we add 5 grams. So we keep adding 5 grams onto this. Every week, we keep adding 5 grams.
Tuli ku stage ey'omwezi wakati w'omwenda n'abiri. Ku mwenda ziwe 50. Naye okuva buli weeyo wiiki.
Ku 10 tuwe 55. Ku 11 tuwe 60. Tugende nga twongerako 5 until we reach 18 weeks. Now at 18 weeks, by the time we reach 18 weeks, we are at 100 grams. We are at 100 grams per bird. Grams chikumi. Awo nga tusibira awo. We are not adding any other grams after that. We are giving them 100 grams. So that means our birds here that are still 100, at 18 weeks we shall have 100 grams times 100 birds, which is 10,000 grams divided by 1,000, which is 10
kgs
10 kilograms per day. That is the standard for a mature bird, a mature local bird. It feeds 100 grams a day. It doesn't go beyond that. Now, like I've said, the birds, when they reach whatever stage that we are, especially after 8 weeks, well, when they reach that stage, then you can give them anything that you get. Anything that you can get. Yes? No, after 8 weeks. There, whatever you have, whether food left in the kitchen, whether leftovers from the hotels, whether what, you can give them, they will eat. And if you can get enough solid food, this is, I want to emphasize this. I know you have made research online, and people are telling you that you can reduce feeds with feeding greens. Greens don't reduce. You don't reduce on feeds because of greens. Mutegera bulungi. Feeds, greens, just like we eat our portions of food as people, and you have to have greens. You see, that is also for birds now. When you get the greens and give them, well and good. If you don't get it, is okay. But the standard is this, the 100 grams. But if you get enough solid food, let me say posho, rice, because some of those even have the carbohydrates that we need, even the protein. So if you get enough solid food that can feed your birds, not these small scraps from the kitchen, but enough, then you can reduce on these grams. Maybe give an 80 grams and know that you have some solid food that they can eat. But if you don't have, standard 100 grams. If you get all this greener and what, that is extra. We count it as extra. It doesn't replace the grams of feed. So do not be misled. The greens are additional to help in digestion, just like they help us. Like I've told you, everything that works on chicken works on us. But sometimes we don't want to misuse. So, by 18 weeks, we are feeding our birds 100 grams. Don't add anything up to when you dispose them off.
Kati bwetutuuka wano toyongerako grams zina kuba 10 paka w'olizitunda.
And by 18 weeks, that is when actually the cocks, some of the cocks that grow faster, we are starting to sell them off. Yes. And we expect that by 20 weeks here, most of the cocks should be going out. And she will talk about marketing, value addition, and what. We have said we don't want these cocks to lay at the farm. Because remember, you're feeding them 100 grams per day. But sometimes there is a time where they reach and they are not adding value. They are not adding value. Why we keep the hens is because for them we are expecting eggs. You see, but the cocks are not adding any value on you.